That's cool. Alright, where's
The mic you using?
for that right there, this is the mic on the thing. But for the live, you know what? For the live, it's gonna be the same thing. And you know what? I do got mic inputs for those.
I see
those
it. I see the motherfucker moving.
Yeah, it's right here. It's pretty. It's pretty good. It picks up pretty fucking good. I'm gonna cut this beginning shit out. But I probably do need to look into, because both of them bitches work. That bitch brand new. That's Tasha's right there. They both work. We just ain't using them because everybody's supposed to get one. But now we don't need everybody to get one because shit, we got a third one. So we'll see how the shit go. Where did the internet go? That's what I'm looking for. You want to set it off? You want me to set it off?
Set it off.
I don't think we gonna do it off of here. I'll tell Tasha. I know Tasha. Oh, I'm telling everybody. Let them know. That's me. Welcome to this edition of the Smartalecs Podcast. It's Music Mondays, so you know what we about to do. We about to get into some music, about to talk some shit about some new music that came out. Of course, I got my co-host here, Jay Raw.
What up? What up?
AKA Jay Alexander, and you know, we're gonna give our input on music business, just different things going on with the music entertainment industry in general. So let's get into it. So let's see. The first things first. Gotta get it out the way. Gotta talk about the Kanye album. Now personally, it's supposed to be a gospel album.
Word.
I heard people going back and forth saying that, you know, why is this on hip hop, or why is this being labeled hip hop when it should be labeled gospel? So, what you think? Like, you think?
Well, I mean, you know, it's probably being pushed to the hip hop world because of who made it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a gospel. What he's speaking gospel religious stuff, but it's Kanye West, who's known to be a hip hop artist. So yeah, it's being pushed on the hip hop world because he's a hip hop artist. That's like Kim Burrell rapping. Well, gospel people gonna get it first. You know what I mean? They gonna get it first. So
right.
I think that's where the lines blur. You know what I'm saying? Just like the whole I asked you earlier about, you know, Snoop's gospel album. Well, we know Snoop for hip hop, so it was pushed on the hip hop world, but technically it was a gospel album. So I think that's where the confusion lies.
And then I guess when they talk about charts and shit like that, being on Billboard and things of that nature,
where would it fall? I don't know where it would fall.
We gonna see, because I know it's gonna hit Billboard. It's definitely
of course.
Billboard.
But you know, if it comes to Grammy nomination time, will it be up for a gospel nomination or will it be up for a hip hop nomination, or both?
Well, when I listen to it, in my opinion, because at first I told you it sounded more like a gospel album, but I didn't listen to it a couple times, and it really sounded like it's really, in my opinion, I'm leaning more towards hip hop now.
Yeah, I mean because because of the production, because he's rapping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It definitely has like gospel You know, especially with the song with Ty Dolla $ign. He got a gospel voice,
Right.
so it gives it a gospel feel. But to me, it's a hip hop album that speaks the gospel, I guess. I mean, you know, he ain't talking about what, you know, the average hip hop guy would talk about. You know what I'm saying? But he is rapping, rhyming, and hip hopping. You know,
yeah, he said hip hopping. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man, because I guess now when I start thinking about, like, I'm not thinking about the album, I'm thinking more of the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the things that he's done and said, and you know, his antics that, you know, he's been doing for the past few years, whatever the case may be.
But Kanye has been consistently that guy. Now, the topic of his antics or the reasons behind his antics may have changed, but he's always been that guy. And just think about the whole George Bush don't like black people thing.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
So he's always been that guy.
But see, we even talked. He even spoke on that, like in the interview with him and Big Boy. He says, like, you know, at one point, you know, everybody loved me. I'm like, you know, George Bush don't like black people. You know, everybody, you know, was loving me then, but you know, when I put on the MAGA hat and this, that, and this, then it's like, nigga, you don't understand the difference in that. So then, in my opinion, I start thinking, when he said what he said about George Bush, that was during Hurricane Katrina.
Right.
It's not like he was saying something that people didn't already know or see. He just said what was on everybody's mind.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That people were afraid to say and shocked at him saying being being on the platform.
Right. Being on TV like that and just saying it out right in front of everybody.
Flat out.
So, but I don't look at that as something that was, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what Kanye is about. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he talks now, that's not what he was about back then. He just said what, like I stated, he just said what everybody was thinking. He didn't say it to be pro-black. He didn't say it to be, you know what I mean? Like, that's how he's coming across now. Like, yeah, y'all was fucking with me back then, but y'all don't fuck with me now, because back then what we thought you was obviously not what you are. Because
well, people change, and that could be what he was. He could have evolved / devolved, changed, however you want to slice it. But I believe that's who he is. He's the guy. He's the guy that's going to say whatever's on his mind, regardless, right, wrong. I mean, and he's displayed that over the course of his career. You know what I'm saying? The rants, the motherfucking sold out shows where he don't even perform. He just go on a rant. Like, that's Kanye West. Now, the subject matter of these rants or these outbursts may have changed. You know, George Bush don't like black people versus supporting MAGA. Yeah, it's a different subject matter, but it's still the same guy displaying the same characteristic or the same tendencies, like the
same egotism.
Basically, to me, Kanye hasn't really changed. He's just changed what he talk about, or what he push, or what he promote. He's always been that in your face. Once he got he was a humble guy until he got a taste of the artist side of it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't know who Kanye West was when he was just producing. When background dudes knew who he was, because we paid attention to that type of thing. But it was when he became an artist and he had that platform and he had that camera in his face. He showed his ass, and Kanye West has always showed his ass.
Yeah, from Taylor, he even talked about Taylor Swift,
all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. That's Kanye West. Now, like I say, things have changed. His state of mind has changed. A lot of shit has changed, but he definitely hasn't changed as far as that goes. As far as the Taylor Swift, the
just being outspoken, outrageous kind of like
that's Kanye West. Okay. You know, but now it's like, okay, I guess this Jesus is King album is him trying to humble himself or whatever he's doing, or he's found God, or boom, 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 whatever.
Okay.
Now, and that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that at all. Now, okay. So like you say, he found God in everything, right? Now, me personally, you know how I am. I like to dig deep into shit.
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, I just I looked up like Christianity. Well, no, you know, I don't even think I looked up Christianity. I think it was an article about millennials and Christianity
Mm-hmm.
and how Christianity is basically dying out. Like people aren't going to church like they used to. People aren't into God like they used to. People aren't into Christianity like they used to be.
Well, on the flip side of that, the mega church is bigger than it was in the 90s, so that would kind of dispute that notion because, you know, you got your Pastor Vernons and you got your TD Jakes and you got your the white dude, Joel Osteen, huge guys.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? In the 90s, when we grew up, we didn't have that type. There was no big, huge
Well,
mega
we had
churches.
evangelistic churches. They bitches was just on TV. Like, cause remember we had a white guy who used to be on TV every Sunday. I forgot what his
Ernest
name was.
Angley.
Was it Ernest Angley?
But he was a spooky motherfucker, though.
But did he have a super church already though? He had like a big ass.
Yeah, but this is one of them spooky cult-like churches, though. Like that, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't. I don't even think it was a Christian church. It was just like some spooky shit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because my cousin to this day is scared as fuck of that dude. When he come on TV, she leave the room or you got to turn the TV off flat out. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Key because I know you still don't fuck with Ern like that.
Fried. That's funny. Okay. Well, but I'm not saying that, you know, motherfuckers ain't out here getting money. You know what I mean? But what they're saying is they're seeing like, you know, what they do is they're looking at it like it's going down. So eventually, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it's not gonna exist, but it's gonna be to the point where it's not as many people believing in Jesus and Christianity and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, when you do your research about Christianity, Jesus, and the Bible and stuff like that, you start to realize and see that even when you watch the movie Birth of a Nation, you start to realize and see that this wasn't really put here, you know what I'm saying, to uplift us. It's really put here to oppress us in so many words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, with Kanye West being, you know, he's always been uninformed to me. He seems to do a lot of things without the right information. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe the wrong information.
Or what you mean? What you say?
Well, maybe the wrong information. Maybe.
Well, yeah. So even with this, now that I hear him pushing this, and it's like, you ain't even, you know, I ain't gonna say we, but it's a lot of people ain't even fucking with Jesus and Christianity like that. So why are you and how are you just now coming to the church and your first hit was Jesus Walks, wasn't it?
Yeah, that probably was his first big hit.
Like yeah. So this is not new to you.
Yeah,
this
right. But you know, and he may have, and I don't know the dude.
Right, we don't know the dude.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming.
But I've
just
seen
talking shit.
I've seen it happen. You know what I mean? Like just for instance, like before we started talking, and we talked. Well, maybe it was on there, but we were talking about the Kanye album, and I was like, yo, I was glad to hear the Clips on there because the Clips is one of my favorite groups.
Yeah,
you know, one of my probably top 5 duos of all time in hip hop. So to hear the Clips on there was like, yo, this shit fire. But take into account Malice, which came from the Clips, straight dope selling dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Clips was straight dope talk. And then one day, I guess he woke up and said, you know what? This ain't for me no more. No more Clips for me. I'm going to change my name to No Malice. And any music I put out is going to be gospel related. It's going to be religiously fueled, yada, yada, yada. Well, if you look at it, Kanye doing the same thing. It's just that his prior or previous antics make you kind of question the validity of why he doing what he doing. But it's not uncommon for a 30 to 40-year-old person to wake up and look back on their past and be like, you know what? Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's not me, but it's not unheard of.
Right.
No, it's not unheard of. He's just in the spotlight and has the platform to put it in your face. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and there's an audience out there for it.
Yeah, there's some Christians out there who gonna get it. Who gonna fuck with it.
It's the audience out there.
They say he gonna sell 250K first week.
And it's possible. I mean,
I don't think he'll sell 250K.
Off the name alone, everybody gonna listen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Off the name alone, everybody gonna get at Kanye West a spin.
Yeah, because
I did. You did.
Yeah.
Everybody I know did. I got a group text with my cats from back in the day. They in the group text talking about y'all listen to that yay, y'all listen to that yay. So everybody gonna get it for the spin. It might not touch me like it touched the next guy. But I'm gonna listen because I mean, you know, Kanye West is definitely in the hip hop Hall of Fame.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to give him his P's.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
And you know, and give just like the last Kanye album, you didn't like it.
Yeah, I haven't liked a lot of stuff from Kanye.
I actually liked the last Kanye album, but I really wouldn't classify it as a hip hop album. Like it was more feature. It was like
you talking about the one with the last one
with Ty Dolla $ign all over that motherfucker.
Hey, wait a minute, you talking about the one that only had like 4 or 5 songs or whatever?
No, I'm talking
that he did with Nas and them when Nas came out.
The one with where he be talking crazy on the beginning.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I like that album, and it wasn't based because he was spitting hard or it was just a well produced album.
Yeah, I'm about to say the production was dope.
It was well produced. He had great songs like the song, the last song, when he was talking about his daughter. Talking about I hope you grow up to have a body like mine and not like your mama's. You know what I'm saying? Like that was he had some dope songs on there. You know what I'm saying? The album before that, Yeezus, not so much. You know what I'm saying? And this one, it's all about what you checking for.
Right.
So, but this one right here, it ain't really my cup of tea. Like I heard some pretty dope beats on there.
Did you hear about him making niggas go abstinent?
Yeah, I heard. I did. I read that. I was like, yo, word. Like he said that anybody working on this album, if they not married, that they gotta abstain. And I was like, first of all, how you gonna enforce that?
Look, they said niggas was getting weighed every morning.
Man,
nigga, you off about 3 ounces, nigga. You out of here.
Yeah, that's extreme, but it's as extreme as that is, it's not far fetched for Kanye West.
No, it ain't far fetched for Kanye. I don't think too much is far fetched for Kanye West at this time, for real. And I mean, like you said it. I mean, you have a lot of individuals who had a midlife crisis and be like, you know what I'm saying, like, I did all this. And my thing is because he's being a real fucking hypocrite right now.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
But everybody in this world has been a hypocrite.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
I can't knock
themselves
it. Can't knock
and
it.
yada yada yada. It's just that he's so in your fucking face.
Man, you should have seen the nigga on Big Boy, man. When he was on Big Boy, and that's the type of shit he even said, bitch, and then was like, oh man, I just lost some God points on that one.
Man,
and then,
come on, man.
Right, it's like I feel like, just personally, I don't know the brother, but just from the way he acts and the way he portrays himself, that he's still lost. Like he's trying to find something.
Exactly, and maybe this is why he took this route.
Right, but this isn't it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think this is it. He's trying to find something, and
maybe he think he found something in God or Jesus.
Well, no,
they're two different things to me.
Well, maybe he does, but from the way he talks now, after the album has came out, I think he either did the interview the day the album came out or a day before it came out. This is a recent interview. You know what I mean?
Right,
but the way he's talking now, it still sounds like he's lost. It doesn't sound like he really got
believes himself.
Yeah, like he really is like at this point in time, I know he hasn't probably gotten the gratification that he may be looking for from this album, maybe something of that nature, like maybe looking for the people to be like, yes, you're back. Like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you'll ever be the same, but whatever you're looking for,
no, that's out the window.
Right, but whatever he's looking for, I mean, I just don't think this is it. And I mean, I don't know what it is, you know what I'm saying? But when I listen to Ye now, I just don't feel anything. Even when I listened to this album, it was just like you say, it was just lyrics. When you heard, Pushing them come on, it was like, yeah, all right, there we go. And then Kanye come back on, and it's just like, this isn't really got the gospel for real. Like, you're not talking the gospel for real. You're just talking about shit that you went through that, you know what I'm saying, that you got a problem with, or because certain things didn't go your fucking way. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I mean, that's just me personally.
Yeah,
you know
well, me, I think as a creative and as an artist, that's what you're supposed to do.
That's his story.
That's what you're supposed to do.
He's telling us his story.
And as long as it's authentic, you will attract who you're supposed to attract. And it may not be me on this venture. It may not be you on this venture.
But you know what? I think that's what it is.
Kanye was
that's what it is.
Was attractive.
But that's what it is. He doesn't sound authentic. Exactly what the fuck it is, bro. He doesn't sound authentic on this shit. He sounds like he's just doing. I don't know, man. He just doesn't sound authentic. He doesn't sound like his heart is into this shit. So he's just doing this shit just to keep album sales coming, or to try to get. Or I was also thinking, you know how I think. I was also thinking, like, since he did lightweight, then told the black community, hey, I fuck with y'all, but y'all don't fuck with me, so it is what it is. He's trying to make that up with the Christian community. That's how I was looking at it at first. Like,
I mean, that's possible, but
or maybe I can get my black people back by going to gospel, because I know how black people are when it comes to God and the gospel. I don't know, man. It just didn't sound authentic, man.
Well, I gotta give it another spin. You know what I mean?
Like I'm gonna get this. I only spent it like 2-3 times. I ain't gonna lie to you. I only spent it like 2-3 times. But when I'm listening to it, and I'm listening to all of the songs, I'm letting that bitch ride.
Yeah, I let
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
right. I'm letting that bitch ride. And I'm like, yay, this doesn't sound like you're going through a lot, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Even with the little shit that he said to his wife. Did you see that? When him and Kim got into it? Well, they ain't get into it. He told Kim that, he doesn't like her, wearing provocative stuff on Instagram and stuff like that. And she was like, nigga, just because you going through what you going through, your spiritual journey, nigga, that ain't got shit to do with me. And that nigga got up and left the room. Like, you know what?
That's a whole nother motherfucking thing, because, goddamn it, you knew who the fuck you was marrying. You know why she is famous.
Why she get
her goddamn resume, but now all of a sudden you want her to dead her money maker. You want her to stop taking her money?
Yeah, because she get millions off Instagram.
You know what I mean? Like,
she make millions on IG.
And if you were to say, like, yo, like, I make enough money, you ain't got to do that shit no more. It's still her choice, because she grown as fuck. First of all, second of all, this is her. This is how she earns her motherfucking living.
And that's her body.
Like, yeah, and that's right, and that's on her. So that's some corny shit right there.
But that was good. That must have been why he was going through. He was making the album. He was going through the album process. You can't post. I can't see no butt naked. I can't see no sexy pictures of you. Nah, nigga. That's not.
She got a whole motherfucking porno out though, and it's old as fuck, but still.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She got naked shit all over the motherfucking internet, and now all of a sudden you want her to dead it.
Well, they might just said that shit for publicity, but I know personally, I probably wouldn't have married her. But if I would have married her knowing what she was, we would have definitely had a conversation.
Word.
About,
not this late in the game.
Right, not right, exactly. not 2-3 kids in.
Word.
Now we would have had a conversation early in the game, like, look, how is this gonna work? Like, because I don't like this shit. I ain't feeling this shit, and I know after you have my babies, I know I ain't gonna really be feeling this shit after you have my kids. Like, But shit.
Word.
But other than that, I give it. I don't know what to give it.
I take it back to the lab just to.
We'll give it one more spin.
Just to be more informed about it, but it was like, yo, it wasn't something that I go back to.
Off the first listen, I would have to give it a thumbs down. That's just me though.
I don't know. Like, I really can't give it a
like I said, off first listen. Off my first 3 to 5 listens, I'm going to have to give it a thumbs down. Now, like you said, I'm going to take it back to the lab. I'm going to ride to it a couple more times if I can. Because if I put that shit on and I'm like,
What I probably do is, having listened to it already, I'll probably put it on and search for the cuts that, catch my ear. Like, oh, damn, is this that cut that I like? And then listen to it like that. You know what I'm saying? And just to check to see what he was check to see what he was talking about. Because the beat might have been what caught me.
But see, that's why I was listening to what he was talking about, and that's really why I was like, he doesn't sound authentic. It sounds like some very homemade, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I ain't gonna say homemade. I'm just gonna say it just didn't sound like he had that Ye in him. Even though we know he ain't the same Ye, but still, I would think that you would still have that cadence and that delivery. And I guess I think I might have heard it on a couple. Did I hear it on one? I might have heard it on a couple songs. Did I? Trying to guess. Oh, I feel like I didn't.
I mean,
but all his rhymes too was sounding kind of. I don't know. I guess when you talk about the Bible and the gospel, there's only you can talk about whatever you want, but there's only really certain things that you're going to talk about that really make an impact, in my opinion. I think he talked about his love.
Well, it all depends. It all depends on how well you know the Bible. I don't know the Bible very well, so some of the shit that he said I may not understand because I don't know what he's talking about. But a Bible, a person that knows the Bible might catch it better than I can, so it'll be more appealing to them.
Right? Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just like I ain't no dope boy, even though I love crack rap and shit like that. I ain't that dude, but it still appeals to me. But street niggas gonna gravitate more towards Dolph and them type of cats that's talking that street shit because they understand it. They've been through it. So
right.
on the Kanye side, the Bible heads gonna understand what it is.
Like you say,
they gonna know what he's talking about more than I would. I'm a hip hop head. I'm checking for rhyme. I'm checking for word. I'm checking for the story as well. I didn't really catch none of that on there. You know what I mean? Versus like College Dropout or Dark Twisted Fantasy was a fucking masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fucking crazy.
But there you go. I guess that's probably where he was in his darkest. Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Well, me and my dude was talking, and he was talking about Mary J. Blige, and he was like, you know what, Mary J. She cold. He was like
cold,
but I only like her sad songs. And I'm like, you know what, man? That's her best shit because everybody relates to pain in some shape, form, or fashion. Everybody relates to pain. So when you hear a song about pain or something that somebody been going through, you instantly gonna relate. You instantly gonna gravitate to it. Versus in this danceration shit that she jumped. You know what I'm saying? It was a hit, but it wasn't like My Life or you know what I'm saying, Share My World or the joint she had on the Angela Bassett movie. You know what I'm saying? So most people want to hear that sad Mary J shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they gravitate to. So as far as Kanye goes, that Dark Twisted Fantasy when he was in a dark place, a painful place, that's probably why it was his best work.
Because everybody could relate. He was going through some shit and word. True that. Well, man, like I said, I'm gonna take it back for a listen. But right now, we at thumbs down. We probably gonna change that, but it might change. We don't know. But other than that, man, what else going on in the hip hop news? You heard anything? I ain't heard too much, man. Other than
nah, not really. I'm looking forward to this Gangstar album on Friday. I'm looking forward to that.
Guru?
Yeah, Gangstar got a new album. They got Cole on there, Kweli on there, MOP on there.
It's been a lot of niggas coming out with some hip hop albums. It's been a lot of
yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely back.
Yeah, it's definitely. Did you freak that?
Yeah,
it's definitely a lane.
It's definitely back, but it's for who it's for.
Right.
You know what I mean? This ain't the shit I listen to ain't for the radio. 9 times out of 10, the shit I'm checking for, I ain't gonna hear on. I might hear it on Sirius.
Sirius, right? You hear it on
but I ain't gonna hear it on my local radio station. I'm gonna hear.
They still playing that, right? They still playing. They still doing what they've been doing, man.
You know what I mean? And no knock to them cats. The heavyweights, Travis Scott and Drake and Lil Baby and all them dudes.
Lil Baby got that shit, man.
You know what I'm saying? And the Baby and all them cats.
That's what I meant. The Baby.
Yeah,
you can't turn the radio on without hearing that nigga.
Word. They doing their thing. They doing their thing on the high level. But that doesn't take away from the cats that's doing it, you know, on a lower level, but still successful when they on right. You know what I mean? Like Benny the Butcher, the whole
And
Griselda
still spitting
movement.
fire.
And that's what I'm checking for. Fire. The whole Griselda movement, Planet Asia, just the hip hop cats, the Ghostface new shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that's the shit I'm checking for. Because it's more of my lane, it's more of where I'm from, it's more I relate to it more. I don't have a big gold chain and the Lamborghini.
Right.
So you know,
it sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good. You know, and it's, I guess, whatever floats your boat.
Nigga, you'll get there. Nigga, you'll have one in a minute. Nigga, shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But you know, that just ain't my style. You
right,
know,
you probably get a Lamborghini Jeep or some shit.
I'm not a flashy cat though. You know, I'm just not that dude. You know, but I'm all about the artistry, the authenticity of it. Fuck riding away. Fuck trying to sound like this nigga. Fuck trying to sound like that nigga. Unless you do it your way. It's like with the whole auto-tune movement. Jay tried to come with that auto-tune and it ain't do nothing but put more life into it. You understand? To the point where niggas like Saha the Prince, who was elites when it comes to that pen. He got auto-tune on one of his tracks, but it don't even he did it his way and it sounds super fucking dope. You know what I mean? So the music game is a tricky game. As I'm saying, you find your audience and stick to that.
Right now, I think even Birdman said it on live on Instagram, like, nigga, with this streaming shit, everybody can eat.
Everybody can definitely eat.
Flat out, nigga.
I agree.
Everybody can eat off this streaming shit.
All you have to do is find the niggas who fuck with you.
That's it.
And if they don't fuck with you, fuck it. You can't lose no sleep over a nigga that don't like you. Fuck, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Just keep it moving. Keep putting out music.
Yeah. Shit. Keep putting out music. Find you a fucking following. Find you a core base that's really into your shit and stick to that. Don't try to deviate from or do other shit because you think that's gonna get you more spins. Because if that ain't who you is, you're gonna burn the fuck out trying to be some shit you ain't.
And now, if you trying to be some situated, eventually, nigga, that shit gonna catch up to you. Nigga, somebody gonna call you out on that shit.
Yeah, right. I cannot sit up here talk like birds in the kitchen cooking and I'm whipping. And then niggas be like, I ain't never seen this nigga, you know what I'm saying, on the dope boy spot.
But see, you know what? That's a personal pride thing, bro. Real talk. Us being real about the shit that comes out our mouth, nigga. Because we know just as well, nigga, you know, half these niggas out here, they doing exactly that. Rapping about dope, ain't never seen a break. You know what I'm saying? Rapping about drinking, ain't never drank. Rapping about smoking, ain't never smoked. But just selling that shit to our people. And Kanye talking about that shit.
It's a lot of pollution in our genre.
Right.
Flat out. But it's always been that way because we come from a polluted environment. So, I mean, you spread what you know. You know what I mean? Like on some G shit. Like we come from a polluted environment that's been flooded with all these counterproductive crack and all alcoholism and all that shit. All that shit. So of course we gonna talk about what we know, what we see. You know what I'm saying? The message. You know, broken glass everywhere. You know, that was just a picture of where he came from. You know what I mean? And he just painted it for the world. Now some people take somebody else's picture and try to make it their own. Now that's what happens a lot. You know what I mean? And I could see if you got some type of narrative about, you know, I saw Jenny on the block and she was yada yada yada. You telling a narrative story, but some motherfuckers try to take that and make it their own, which is capping.
Big cap.
And cap rap is live and breathing. I'm talking about
alive and well
too. Motherfucker eating, Jack. Yeah, man, listen. But you just gotta figure out how to goddamn, find what you like and because it's a sea of music out here. Word up, like.
Well, look, before we go, I want another little subject right quick because it was a topic that they brought up with T.I.'s list.
Mm-hmm.
And I think on his list he had Pac above Jay-Z, and I think he had Biggie above Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
And they was asking him like, why? You know what I'm saying? On the Breakfast Club, they asked him why. And he was saying, you know, because they like, well, you know, Jay-Z been around, you know, Jay-Z. And he's like, well, you know, Pac, in my opinion, had a bigger impact than Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, Jay-Z can rap and shit like that.
I could agree with that. You know, at the time they were both active. Hell yeah. No fucking question. When they were both actively rapping and both out on
well, let me tell you the example that he used. And this was a pretty good example to me. He said, if you go anywhere in the world and you say Tupac, sing a Tupac song, wherever you at, somebody's gonna sing a Tupac song. He was like, whether it's California Love, whether it's Bennett's Got a Baby, whether it's whatever it is, they're gonna sing a Tupac song. He like, you can do the same thing with Jay-Z, and it ain't gonna be that way. Motherfucker, some people are gonna be like, I don't know no Jay-Z. I know who Jay-Z is. I don't know no Jay-Z songs though. Type shit. So that's what he was saying by the impact.
I don't know. I mean, because you got Hard Knock Life. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how accurate that is. I mean, you can go anywhere in the world, and if that's the argument, then you got to throw Snoop in the mix.
Oh yeah, Snoop. But I think Snoop was on that list. I don't know where he was at though. But they didn't say nothing.
But if that's the argument that the reason why Pac is bigger than Jay-Z is because you could go anywhere in the world and sing a Pac song versus a Jay-Z song, and they're gonna know the Pac song before the Jigga song. Well, Snoop might be bigger than Tupac. Well, because if you go anywhere in the world and you sing Gin and Juice, motherfuckers gonna know that.
Snoop has had just about the same amount of.
You know, Snoop is a
legend.
It's like probably the most household name in hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, to have a show with Martha Stewart, come on, Jack. You got, like, Snoop Dogg is one of the biggest household names in hip hop ever.
Okay.
And you know that don't make him lyrically one of the greatest.
No, but that's what they were saying too. That the list wasn't a lyrical list.
Okay, well, it
was more of like an impact type list.
Oh well, that's different. That's different.
And honestly, I didn't sit down and watch because they actually had because he said he sat down with some folks and because he said they debated about a lot of shit. They said they debated about Kanye. So I think he got Kanye before somebody, and then Killer Mike was at the bottom. He was number 50, right? He said Killer Mike called the nigga like, bro, I appreciate just being on the list, nigga. I don't give a fuck if I was first or 50,
listen
nigga.
Up, man. Killer Mike shit on half of the motherfuckers on that list, and I don't even know who on the list. But if we basing it on the art of putting words together, which is what hip hop is. It's the art of putting words together, making them rhyme and making them make sense.
Killer Mike.
That's what hip hop is. Telling a fucking story that rhymes, like Dr. Seuss on steroids. Because we're not using hat, cat, fat, and rat. We using bigger words than that. You know what I'm saying? So if we basing it solely on the art of hip hop, then niggas got to change their list.
Well, no, of course.
Niggas got to change their list if we basing it on. Now, if we basing it on impact, sales, and all these other different things that, well, yeah, then okay, Jay-Z will definitely be number one because he I mean, who's done it bigger than him? Shut the fuck out. But if we basing it on solely on words, rhymes, stories, cadence, subject matter, niggas got to change their list, and all the niggas at the bottom should be on the top.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you can lyrically. They said Hov though. They said Hov would be at the top of the list lyrically.
No, not to me.
Not to me either.
Not to me.
It was like Hov.
I mean, he'll be up there because if you young Hov.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He'd be up there, but
he'd definitely be up there, but he won't be at the top of the list. Like if you really want to do some dissecting, motherfuckers just now really starting to talk about Black Thought after that Funk Flex freestyle. But Black Thought been cold for a long time.
Black Thought, yeah. His album fire.
Both of them was fire. And all the Roots projects been fire. You know what I'm saying? But they were looked at as a band, so Black Thought didn't really stand out as the MC because if you think the Roots, most people think Questlove.
Yep, Quest. The drums and shit, yeah.
You know what I mean? But if we talking about pen to paper, it's some heavyweights out here that ain't getting they motherfucking P's, yo. And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about the art of it. Like, the superstardom and shit, niggas can have that. Niggas can have that. I don't even really need that type shit.
It's about the art, creativity, and authenticity.
Yeah, word up. And no, not to the niggas, to the to the new wave and the new age of hip hop because it's different now. It's definitely more melodic than it's ever been. In your face melodic. I mean, you always had singers like Cito Green and Devin the Dude and them niggas sang. But now, if you turn on the radio, it's all that shit is man.
Everybody singing, everybody using auto tune, nigga.
Yeah,
Once niggas figured out auto tune and what was the other one? Melodyne.
Yeah.
Shit, niggas like, fuck that. I can sing too, nigga. Put me on that note. Just line the notes up, nigga. Sound good.
Right. And it was initially a tool for singers that couldn't sing, you know, to put them back in the pocket.
Right, put them in the key.
Yeah.
Now these niggas is coming out. I'm about to start getting my singing on. Fuck it.
Hey, to each his own, man. About that spitting though, man. Where the spitters at? That's what I'm trying to hear.
Well, Jace, man, it's been a hell of a ride. Where can they find you at, bro?
I'm on the internet somewhere, bad.
I'm out here.
You can find me dude with the beard on IG, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm not very internet savvy. I'm going to do a couple tutorials with my Smartalecs professors. Shout out to Tall Tosh, Queen Marie. She tightened me up a few times. I tried to use Twitter, and she's like, no, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. So yeah, and then Al, of course, you know, be hitting me to the whole social media movement. I'm an old school cat, so I really don't put too much effort into that, but I know that it's a must.
Yeah, we gonna get you there.
Because
nigga, that phone is a motherfucker, bro. And y'all niggas be having the best phones, the fastest phones and everything. Y'all niggas don't be doing nothing with the bitches, just nigga, I don't even know. Right,
and scrolling.
Best phones. Well, you know where to find me, SOEMG. Make sure you like, subscribe. Need you to hit that notification bell. And, of course, you can always go to the website. We're going to be giving away merchandise. We're going to have contests, all that good stuff. That's www.thesmartalecs.com. Thanks for tuning in. Until next week, Music Mondays. And, of course, we'll have some new music. We ain't starting no music this week, but we'll definitely start with some music next week. Have some new shit for y'all. Thanks a lot. I'm out.
So,
peace. Yeah, 6 participants. New followers, too.
See, now I gotta see. That's what I'm saying. I could have had motherfuckers tune in, but I don't know how to fucking.
No, we're gonna get it together. I'll get you together. We're gonna get you together. But that's not bad. So now I gotta share it. Oh shit, I could have shared it while we was on. That's what that's for. Up here. Oh, I know next time. I could have had my listeners right there. I didn't want to really be messing with shit since it was our first time on. I fucked around and clicked this off with some dumb shit. Oh, we can add music right here. Okay. So. What the fuck is the goddamn? Let me go with this shit. Well, if nothing else, we know we went live, so. But still, where the fuck is the goddamn show at? Here it is right here. Stats, finish, actions. How can I get to it though? That's why this internet shit is ridiculous. Tasha said, good show. Oh, that shit is up here somewhere. It's gonna take some time to download this one. PowerPoints is when people pay you, I guess. It don't matter, I recorded it anyway.
Oh, you did?